Hello.
Hi, Bonita.
Hi.
This is Francois.
Hi, how are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Oh, that's good. I was having a little trouble getting a hold of you.
Oh, yes, it seems like, I was a little bit busy yesterday with my cat, and I had to go and get myself some food and all that stuff.
Oh, you're busy? That's a beautiful cat. Is that a Siamese cat?
Yes, she's getting fat.
Oh.
So I have to sort of cut back on food.
Yeah.
So tell me, what are we going to do?
Well,
did you get some of those pictures of mine?
I got some.
Can you use them?
Yes, just beautiful, beautiful pictures. You have so many and so many wonderful performances.
Where are you? Are you in New York?
No, I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, I see. How's the weather? Cold?
It's cold, and we're going to get ice and snow tomorrow, so you'll be thinking of us in Florida.
I see.
How long?
Do you ever come down this way? Do you ever come down this way?
We haven't been down for a while. We talked about it last year, and then we never did get down. What part of Florida are you in?
Next to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, that's a really nice area there.
Just about 20 minutes from the airport.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping that I'd be able to actually get down there and see you, or maybe run into you somewhere. But I thought, well, I better call him now.
And he said, "What do you want me to do? I mean, send you something or?"
No, well, I'm just recording this, and I'd like you to talk about your life and your training, your career, how you developed your ability to lift these women like they're feathers, and who your mentors were.
Well, I tell you, I started when I was 7 years old. I think I sent you some pictures of myself and my sister.
Your sister
and then I just traveled all over Europe during the war and ended up in Paris. And I was at the Bal Cabaret, and that used to be famous for the French can-can. So I used to do the French can-can with the girls.
Oh, you did?
And, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then a lady who used to book the acts for the Hilton hotels was in Paris, and she saw me and she gave me a contract. She gave us a contract to the Palmer House in Chicago.
How old were you at that time?
God, I don't remember. It was in 1948.
Okay, so you were no longer a child then. You were an adult then.
Yes. Right. So from there on, just worked with my sister until I got sort of enough of being just a prop. Because with my sister used to do all the hard stuff. I just used to sort of help her with certain, moves.
Yeah.
So I said, I better just get myself someone who I can hold her hand or get close to her instead of being just in a distance,
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about being more like, being a little bit more, something that at least a man and a woman can do instead of brothers and sisters.
Yeah, more romantic.
Romantically, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And from there on, I've just been working all the way up to about 20. Yeah, I was on cruise ships. I used to do shows and being a host and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then my wife passed away in 2011. Since then, I haven't been doing too much, except around here. They have the old folks home. So I usually do a dance party and keep them happy, if I can.
Are you still
And,
teaching? You still teach couples and coach?
No,
Adagio?
lately I haven't been doing anything because I just had 2 hip replacements last year. Yeah. One in February and the other one in September.
Are you doing well with that?
Yeah, I'm walking.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is that, my age. I mean, I'm not a kid anymore. So I just have to sort of say myself, well, just don't overdo it, because the next morning you're going to be in pain.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so that's it sort of. I mean, I've been looking at those pictures because my wife put them in nice in order. So I just found them.
Yeah.
So I said, well, might as well send them out to people that I think would interest and would have a chance to take a look and see what I did.
Yeah. Now, was your family in show business too? That started you and your sister?
No.
Were your parents involved?
No. My father used to have a restaurant at the station in Budapest. So, and my mom was sort of like a theater mom, used to, maybe because she wanted to do it herself, and she never had a chance. Anyhow, so that's it.
Did she send you for singing lessons and dancing lessons? What all kinds of lessons?
And dancing, yes. Right, yes. Singing, dancing, tap, acrobatic, all kinds of stuff, And my partners are doing pretty good. Some of them passed away. One in Vegas, she married to one of the owners. So I just ended up with my ex-wife, and after that, when I had another lady who I was working with, was Stony Ann. I don't know if I sent you a picture of her and myself. Maybe I find one with her and myself so you could take a look at.
Yeah. And
we did the American Dance Machine. We were in Japan for 6 months together. I don't know if you knew anything about the Dance Machine.
That was it Lee Theodore?
That's the one, yes, right.
Yes. And I think, was John Devlin involved with that too?
I don't think so. I don't think John was doing anything for them, except maybe helping with some of the ballroom stuff.
Yeah, he might have had a hand in that. Was Stella Kane involved in that? Do you remember her dancing?
No, I think Vicky Regan.
Yeah, so Stella was a jazz dancer. And I think
you see, Lee had a couple of different style of dance machine programs.
Right.
This one was most ballroom, and some of the Broadway shows like Little Hole House and some of the others like Hair. But this was like her, I think the last one, or maybe just the last before she passed away. But Ricky Regan and Peter Maxwell was also in it.
Yes. Was Gary Pierce in that too?
No. I think out of that, Peter started doing his own group of, with Pierre, and I think Gary was in it. Yes. Some other people, I don't remember.
Well, Gary was in with Pierre's group, and then I was in with Peter Maxwell's group, as well as Wilson and Margaret did both.
Oh, I see.
They were in both groups.
So listen, send me a picture and put your autograph on it, okay? I would love to have one to show it to some of my kids.
I will do that.
That is a beautiful one that I saw on Facebook. The sort of a flare with the skirt.
Oh,
I love that shot.
You like the one in the black dress?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me, where was that taken? Who took that picture?
Will Shively, who is a photographer in Columbus, and he does a lot of the arts, the opera and the ballet. He's a great dance photographer and takes beautiful headshots, and he took that.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So,
Beautiful.
who was your mentor? Did you really have a teacher that you feel did a lot for you and directed you?
Well, not really, because most of them are, like Russian teachers and some Hungarian teachers, but they weren't really, they were mostly old. The one that I really admired, it was Astaire,
Yeah.
And I met him on a lot at the 20th century because I did one number that called Something's Gotta Give.
Yes.
I did it with one of the girls, and they gave me Leslie Caron's gown, so it was very nice of them to at least, have some kind of a souvenir. I don't know what happened to the gown since then.
Oh, you don't have it anymore?
No. I wish I could have it. It would be nice to have something like that.
So how did you learn to lift the ladies in such a way that it's so effortless? Did you have teachers that helped you with that?
No, I think I just sort of, try to get more of a classical feeling into it. I think it's a little bit more like a Russian influence. Like they used to have some of these girls from the Bolshoi that used to be very small, because I'm a small man, so I always had a problem to find someone who was smaller than me.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so that's it, Bonita. So don't forget the picture. Send it to me. Okay?
Yes, I will. And do you have any other stories you'd like to share before I let you go? Do you have any funny stories?
Funny stories like, let me see. That was not funny. It was sort of sad story because, before they used to have the beads on the gown with the 4 clams on, that used to hold the beads, not like today. Today they don't use that kind of. So when I did that chest lift, she sort of slipped, and all that thing just scratched my face, and it was in a nightclub, and the people were shocked to see me bleeding.
Oh, you were bleeding?
But sure, because she slid down on my face.
Oh my. Well, maybe it's funny now after the fact.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they got rid of those kind of beads.
Yeah.
Today they don't use them anymore.
Now, what happened to your sister? Did she go on performing after you?
She tried something with 2 boys. Both of them were Tony Sharmoly's assistants, and they're still around. But then she stopped because it was, it wasn't the same, especially because she got married and she had 2 kids. So, but she's still alive. She lives in Miami. She's in a rest home, because her daughter put her into the rest home. So I have to sort of go down and see her because she's about 25 miles from me. So.
Yeah.
And I drive, but I don't like to drive at night.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Bonita, so it's good to hear from you and good to talk to you.
Yes, so nice to talk to you. I'm glad you're doing well and you've recovered well from your surgery.
Thank you. Tell me, are you judging?
I do some judging and some teaching and a little bit of everything. I like to do, also still do some pro-am and work with the kids in the public school. And
Do you have any do you have anything from Dance Machine? Any DVDs that when you were there?
You know,
When
I
you were
don't.
with
Do you
them?
have some?
No, I have only something from. Let me see. It was on PBS. I think it's on YouTube with Augie and Margot and a couple that wasn't really that hard. Audrey Beckman and I don't know his name. I forgot.
I've looked.
Anyhow,
I've looked for the video of Augie and Margot because actually I had seen it. John Devlin has a video or had one of them doing the number that we taught to Wilson and Margaret, but I've never been able to find it on YouTube. Do you think it's there somewhere?
The one with Augie and Margot, myself, and as I told you, that ballroom team.
Oh, this was with Dance Machine.
Yeah, Dance Machine did it. But you can see it on YouTube.
I'll have to see if I can find that.
It's on, Augie and Margot's picture are on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's underneath my stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it's, you know, so if you look at it, you can see the routine that Margaret got from Augie,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yes, that was a beautiful number.
Yeah, it's very nicely done, you know. I haven't seen Margaret doing it, but I heard they did a good job.
Oh, yes, it was lovely.
Because,
and that's on YouTube.
Where did you see it?
Also. It's on YouTube. Margaret and Wilson performed it at a competition that was very nicely filmed. They also did it in Blackpool, but the film wasn't as good.
Mm-hmm. Is it on YouTube?
Yes, it is. Margaret has it.
What? So I can look at it on
Yes,
the what?
I'll see if I can find it and I can send you the link.
Terrific. Thank you so much, Bonita.
Okay, thank you.
So don't forget
Have a good day.
Don't forget my picture.
Okay.
Don't forget my picture.
Okay.
And if you have any DVD on you dancing, send it to me.
Well, I have some YouTube. I can send you some links, maybe.
Great. That would be wonderful.
Okay.
That's great.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay.
That's my pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.